In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on May 6, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Tampa Bay Lightning. It's the continuation of a first-round playoff series from the Eastern Conference on the ice down in the Sunshine State. The Toronto Maple Leafs are on the road as they make the trip to face the Tampa Bay Lightning and gain 3 of their best-of-7 series Friday night. In Game 1 of the series, Toronto played one of their best games of the season as they earned a 5-0 victory to draw first blood. That was literal and figurative, as Maple Leafs defenseman Morgan really bloodied Lightning forward Jan Rutta as part of a third-period Donnybrook that involved almost everyone on the ice. Tampa Bay bounced back to earn a 5-3 victory in Game 2 of the series Wednesday night on the road. What a series we have been treated to so far. The Toronto Maple Leafs and Tampa Bay Lightning are tied 1-1 in the first round, with a Maple Leafs win in Game 1 and a Tampa Bay victory in Game 2. After losing the opener by a whopping 5-0 scoreline, the Lightning got things back on track by putting 5 of their own in the back of the net at the Leafs' expense in what was a 5-3 success. That was the Lightning team we expected to see. So after a Game 1 that might have given false confidence, the Maple Leafs now know they are in for a war. The series now heads to Tampa Bay for Games 3 and 4, and the Lightning now own home ice advantage. We have seen how a home crowd can sway the game in the home team's favor, so this is a big factor. However, for Friday's contest, I'm going with the Maple Leafs coming away with the win. Despite being down 5-1 in Game 2, they didn't quit and pushed hard in the third period, scoring 2 straight goals. It shows this team wants it bad, and even on the road I think they will bring that same intensity. There hasn't been a 1-goal game yet in the series, but I'm expecting to see one here. So the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. In Toronto's 81 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 45-31-5. So far, taking the over when the Maple Leafs are playing away from home has been a good bet, with an over-under record of 27-11-2. On the season, 68% of Toronto's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 53% of the scoring coming from the Maple Leafs. In Tampa Bay's 81 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 44-38. So far, taking the over when the Lightning are playing at home has been a good bet, with an over-under record of 21-20. On the season, 56% of Tampa Bay's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 55% of the scoring coming from the Lightning. In their last game, Tampa Bay appeared to figure out things on offense, putting up 5 goals. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Wild versus St. Louis Blues. The Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues will face each other for Game 3 of the first round in what has been a thrilling first-round series thus far. The Wild lost Game 1 but had a dominant 6-2 performance in Game 2 to even up the series, while the Blues already stole a game on the road and look to control the series starting with Game 3 on their home ice. With the two teams splitting the first 2 games, the series looks to be a great one, with both teams proving why they can make a deep Stanley Cup playoff run. These two teams played each other 3 times this season, with St. Louis winning all 3 games, including one in Minnesota. The Blues scored 6 goals in Games 1 and 3 and 4 goals in the second game against the Wild this season. Vladimir Tarasenko recorded a point in each of the 3 games versus Minnesota this season. Pavel Buchnevich had 5 points in 3 games against the Wild, and he recorded at least 1 point in each of the 3 matchups this season. It was David Perron who was the star on offense in the first game of the playoff series, as he had a hat trick in the game. Defense and goaltending were fairly average for Minnesota this season. They ranked 16th in goals against per game and 15th in shots against per game. The Wild will have a hard time stopping the Blues' offense, as they had a hard time in each of the 3 matchups this year and in Game 1 of the playoff series. The Blues scored 4 goals and blanked the Wild in Game 1. St. Louis will bounce back from their Game 2 loss and continue their success against the Wild, so the St. Louis Blues money line is our full game side pick. Both teams were superb on offense this season. The Blues ranked third in goals per game. Vladimir Tarasenko led St. Louis with 82 points, and Robert Thomas had 77 points on the season. It was a very balanced effort on offense for the Blues, with 8 players having over 50 points on the season. The Wild ranked 5th in goals per game and 11th in shots per game. Kirill Kaprizov led the Wild with 108 points, and he was top 5 in points in the league. He had 2 points or more in 5 out of his last 6 games to end the season. Kevin Fila had 85 points and Matt Zuccarello had 79 points. These two teams faced each other 3 times this season, with all 3 games going over. In the first game, both teams combined for 10 goals. In the second game, they combined for 7 goals. And in the third game, they combined for 11 goals. The first game of the playoff series went under, but the Blues did score 4 goals. But the Wild did not score a goal. The over hit in Game 2 of the playoff series. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Los Angeles Kings. This playoff series shifts to Los Angeles tied at 1-1, with the Kings winning Game 1 and then being throttled in Game 2. The Oilers lost a close game in Game 1 but came out guns a-blazing in the last game, beating the Kings 6-0. Their defense was much better in the last game after giving up 4 goals in Game 1, and their high-scoring attack has totaled 9 goals in the series. After their solid Game 1 win, the Kings were on the wrong end of a beatdown in the last game. The team is led by a defense that ranks 7th in the NHL in goals against per game, but that defense was a no-show in the last game, giving up 6 goals. The Oilers bounced back in a big way after losing Game 1 of this series, crushing the Kings 6-0 in Game 2. The team is led by their attack, which has totaled 9 goals in this series. The team has thrived after a big scoring game, as they have won 7 of their last 8 games after scoring at least 5 goals in their previous game, while Edmonton has lost 17 of their last 22 games against the Kings in La La Land. They beat them the last time facing them there near the end of the regular season. Their attack will stay hot in this game, netting a few goals no matter who is in between the pipes. For Los Angeles, Mike Smith will not pitch another shutout, but not get lit up against a Kings offense that is not a dynamic one. Back at home, the Kings will put up a fight, but the Oilers' attack will be too much to handle, and they will win Game 2 and take back home ice advantage. Los Angeles simply does not have the offensive production to match up against Edmonton. Plus, the penalty killing has been abysmal for the Kings early on. They have allowed 4 goals in 8 chances, and that is simply not good enough to win. So the Edmonton Oilers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Truth be told, 6.5 is going to be the total for every game in the series. These teams are going to be around this number in every game, as they have been through the first 2 contests. 7 goals were scored in Game 1 and 6 in Game 2. The question is whether these teams go slightly over or slightly under. Los Angeles has gone under in 4 of their last 5 games at home and has gone under in 4 of their last 6 conference quarterfinals games. Edmonton has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games on the road. Look for Los Angeles to try to slow things down to keep this game close with Edmonton. That works perfectly within the Oilers' plan, who can rely on their goaltender to make big saves and then hang on the lead. I don't think we're going to see such a one-sided game in this one, and I'm expecting more of a true playoff-type atmosphere. The Kings know to beat the Oilers. You have to shut down McDavid and Draisaitl, and the Oilers will want to put pressure on this Kings team that's still fairly green when it comes to playing in the postseason. I think this one ends up 3-2 or even 3-1, whichever way you have it going. So give me the under here. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.